Hi, I'm Daniel Richardson. I run the YouTube channel GeekyGlassesTV. I'm a filmmaker and I can't wait for you to see my new show, The August Club.
Look at that. My old friend from GeekyGlassesTV is now making a Kickstarter. He's already reached the goal, but there's some stretch goals that he might want to meet, I don't know. And you have now 3 days to give him money if you want. I'm sorry I'm late, I wanted to make this earlier, but here we go. So anyways, me and him, we did a podcast a while back, and I didn't manage to upload it until now, so here it is. But keep in mind, the guy hates the Emoji Movie, so clearly he's terrible at reviewing movies. Also, in this shot, he kind of looks like Baby Driver, don't you think? When I was a kid, I always thought that superheroes were so cool. I think Iron Man was one of my favorites at the time, and I thought he was just so cool, blasting bad guys and dropping one-liners. But now we've got this whole resurgence of Marvel heroes, and now I've realized how incredibly insufferable they've become, just quipping to each other all the time.
Oh dear.
What does it take to create the perfect superhero that doesn't get annoying and doesn't sound arrogant? Hello, Dan.
Oh, hello.
That's a tough
question.
one.
Oh yeah, we kind of had this chat earlier, and then we both liked Chronicle, which was completely.
Yes. I like Chronicle for it's handled like superpowers in a very grounded way. Like basically, I don't know if have you seen Chronicle, Colin?
No, I have not.
Basically, three kids get superpowers as like teenagers, and rather than follow this kind of like normal convention of, oh, we've got great powers now, we need to save the world, oh, we've got fantastic powers now, great power comes great responsibility, like they just use them to dick around.
Oh yeah,
that's
that was
the
all
film.
good fun.
there's more to it than that. Like it goes to like dark places, and it's a really good watch, but like ultimately, like the very first thing they do is they just film each other on their mobiles just dicking around with their powers, and then they go to like a store to play pranks, and it's like so grounded and realistic, and you really get to like the characters because they're so like true to life. Like if teenagers got superpowers, they wouldn't immediately go and save the world, they'd use it to dick around. So I like that. That's one way to handle it.
Oh, that was a good movie. If only we had more movies where we could see Superman pull off the legs of a spider in his bored time. Yes, that would make it so much better.
Well, actually, having said that, my favourite superhero, and it's a very, very, very unpopular opinion, my favourite superhero is Superman.
Well, he is pretty cool. I really like the old Justice League series, but I guess the Superman movies not as much, but the animated stuff is pretty good.
Yeah, I prefer the animated Superman stuff in the comics to any of the live action efforts. They fall short in a lot of respects. The first,
they sure do.
Yeah, the first ones were like technical masterpieces at the time and very sort of like big, bold films, but they haven't aged as well. And then I really can't stand Man of Steel, and Batman vs Superman is just abysmal. But the actual character of Superman is really, really fucking cool. And I think a lot of people don't appreciate him because everybody, when you say like, oh, like people who don't know Superman tend to write off Superman as cheap. Like, there's
cheesy.
no.
That's
cheesy.
how that person.
Yeah.
Was he the first one of his kind?
No, technically not. He was DC's first big superhero, but there are superhero comics that came before him. He was just the first one to bring it into like
DC that went first, not Marvel.
What were there? What was before him?
There was a guy. I'm pretty sure they're making a film about him. Actually, one sec. It's just first. It won't take as long because I know exactly what I need to look for.
The other pitfall with superheroes is that they become too much like Man of Steel, obviously, because God, that was just awful. But then Man of Steel has become slightly better with the addition of Batman v Superman, because that one just brought everything down to a whole new level.
Yeah. Okay, so I found out Doc Savage was the first superhero. He was published Doc
Wow.
Savage. He wasn't
Never heard of
DC.
him.
Doc
He wasn't
Savage,
DC. He wasn't Marvel. He predates Batman and Superman. And he first appeared in comic books published in the 1930s. He's one of the very first superheroes. So
Oh,
there was
yeah, look at him.
before Superman.
Mm.
There was superheroes before Superman.
Yes,
but
indeed. Jesus
was-
Christ, your original superhero, right?
Yeah. But
That's very
Superman
badass.
was the first one to sort of bring it into like the cultural zeitgeist of like pop culture and stuff. But what I like about Superman, and a lot of people be like, "Oh, he's cheap, he's cheesy." There's no stakes because he can never be beaten. He's
Yeah.
too strong. Like, what's the point? But the thing with Superman is people misinterpret the stories, and that's why I think we'll get a lot of bad Superman films. At least from my opinion, I would argue they misinterpret the Superman material. With Superman, you're never supposed to be scared for Superman. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be scared for the people around him.
Oh,
He
for sure.
is this god living in a sea of what to him are paper people. And like every single day, he has the power to just decide to be like, I'm pissed off today. I'm going to wake up and destroy the fucking planet. But the point is, he never does. And that's what's cool. Because every single bit of media we ever watch, Lord of the Rings, anything, Wolf of Wall Street, House of Cards, they've all got this underlying message. Like all films, Breaking Bad, there's another one. All films, all TV shows, all
what
books
is
about
this amazing
power.
message? Power.
all of these stories are about power, and more specifically, they're about how absolute power corrupts absolutely. Walter White
That's
gets
true.
power, becomes Heisenberg, becomes really powerful, becomes evil. House of Cards is about seizing power, becoming evil.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I can't wait to see how Trump becomes evil, eh?
Oh god.
Oh, no.
from
That's
from
gonna
it-
be
from
epic.
all
Not
this
even-
power.
Let's not even talk about that. So Superman is brilliant because it's the one thing in this sea of ideas that are constantly repeating this notion of absolute power corrupts absolutely. Superman turns around and goes, not if you're a fucking nice dude.
Yeah.
Superman gets absolute power and he thinks, I'm going to use it to help people. Not because he has to, not because he has some overwhelming guilt because his uncle died and he feels responsible, not
Yep.
because he has some tragic backstory, just because he thinks it's right.
Yeah.
And that's mint. That's like a really hopeful story in a sea of
Simple
media.
as well.
Yeah, so
Easy
simple.
to understand.
So simple. And with like, there's a brilliant, like I cannot recommend enough Superman comic called American Alien, which
All right.
literally just it's a 7-issue
Oh, wow.
series, and each issue is just a day in the life of Superman at a different point in his time. So you see him as like a kid, and you see him as like a teenager, you see him like growing into adult, and they're completely like unrelated
yeah.
incidents. They're just he has a little moment from Superman's life. It's just like a little photograph into like his growing up. And it really understands Superman. Like there's this amazing bit in the first comic where he's a kid and he can fly, but he's not like getting used to his powers. So he keeps like falling asleep at night and then like waking up in the air and he's panicking and he's like floating through, like he keeps floating upwards and Ma and Pa Kent are like trying to keep him calm and he's panicking this one time. And he started floating away and like, the mom like grabs his foot and she ends up floating away with him and he's panicking. He's like, oh shit, I'm gonna kill you, mom. I'm gonna kill you, mom. He's like really like panicking that he's gonna drop her and stuff. And she's like calming him down. She's like, no, come on, we can do this. We can do this. And he learns to fly. And it's like, it's this moment where this kid learns to fly and he's like so full of joy. And it's so brilliantly written because the very, very first thing in the next page, it's like, it just plays into this character like that Superman is just this innately like both naive but just genuinely lovely and kind person. It's him after learning to fly, and he has the whole sequence where he's learning to fly. Like the final page is like him sitting at a desk and his mom and dad are like just drinking coffee and like trying to calm themselves down. And he's sitting there just like so excited, going, I can fly on all the places like we've wanted to go on holiday. Like, Mom, I can take you to Spain. I know you've always wanted to see it. And like, oh, Dad, you could get in the car and I could carry you to Georgia. Like, you can see your family and stuff. And it's just like so like nice and so pleasant. And it's so like it's such a like counterbalance to all these like stories of like, oh, like Spider-Man. He's like, I got superpowers, so I'm getting my uncle killed. And like Batman, who's like, oh, I have a dark, traumatic past, so I'm gonna take on villains, but only because I feel overwhelming guilt for getting like me mom and dad killed. Like this kid, Superman's just like, I got superpowers, isn't that exciting? And then as he grows up, he's like chooses to do the right thing, even though it comes at the expense of his own life. Because this is the thing. Clark Kent is the main character of Superman stories. That's the problem people don't. That's the problem people like miss. Clark Kent is the true hero, because Clark Kent could have an extremely successful life. Clark Kent, again, I think this is in American Alien as well. Clark Kent could, if he wanted to, be an NFL linebacker and be on millions a year, because he can run really fast, he can throw the ball, he can, like, no one's taking him down with the tackle. Clark Kent could be a world famous architect and just build shit in like seconds. But Clark Kent chooses to be Clark Kent. Clark Kent chooses to be a simple little farm boy who tries to do his best for the world when he's Clark Kent by writing journals on like important matters and bringing like attention to actual issues like surrounding the world. And then when he's not Clark Kent, he's Superman. And it would be so much easier for Clark Kent to not be Superman. He has stigma. He has no obligation to be Superman. His love life suffers because he is Superman. And even though it's really hard for him to keep up at being Superman, he never once even contemplates not doing it, because he's like, well, it's the right thing to do, though. Why wouldn't I? And that's class. That's why I love Superman. So I would say, to make the perfect superhero, you just got to make Superman, but you got to write him well.
And then they fucked it all up in Man of Steel. They just ruined the entire thing. Just didn't keep any of it.
There were so many dodgy decisions in Man of Steel. Like, even if you take away the fact that it's Superman, like, what the fuck was up with the black space dildos? Like that.
I like that part, actually. I actually like the alien civilization in a way, even though it doesn't quite make sense. But that part was fine. I just don't like how he hid from everything and just became a hobo, just like Hancock.
And it tries too hard to be edgy as well. Like there's that bit where he saves the kids. There's that bit where he saves the kids and he tells he goes to his dad. His dad's like, oh, you nearly revealed what you were to people there. And he was like, well, what was I supposed to do? Let them die? And his dad's geet. Maybe. And I'm like, no, not maybe. You don't let a school full of, like, a bus full of school kids die. Like, fuck that noise. Like, what? Like, it's such a try-hard line. It's so like, we're gonna be mysterious and dark, and there's nothing like complex about it. You're literally just saying, like, Pa Kent is a prick in that film if he thinks it's worth letting school kids die just so that he doesn't have to explain.
That just shows it all, doesn't it? Just how much having don't interrupt. How much having bad children, having bad parents can just fuck you up, huh? Just those stupid parents that tell him to hide his gift, and then he becomes moody and stupid the entire movie.
There's actually a really good Superman comic that's specifically about that, actually, because that's the whole thing with Superman. Like, he's only good because he was just raised by good people. Like, he is a product of Ma and Pa Kent. And there's a comic called Superman Red Sun where he lands in Soviet Russia instead and not Smallville. And what happens is it's all about, like the nature-nurture argument. Because he's born in a different environment, he becomes like a super weapon for like the Russian government.
And that's how he ended up in that Rocky movie, where he was that strong Russian boxer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what was his name again?
Ivan Drago.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Nice.
You know your Rocky lore.
And I know me Rocky 1 and I know me Rocky 4. They're the two that I know. And Creed. Nice. I love Creed.
Yeah, Creed is fucking awesome.
Really excited for Creed 2, actually. That's I believe this year. Is it this year?
That's a thing. Man.
Oh, wow. It's still going to have Sylvester Stallone, I guess.
Yeah, more than likely.
Hopefully. Oh, yeah.
I like how he took up the personal trainer route,
Yeah, it's really good. Great, it's a really good film. Like, it's really cleverly shot as well. Like, there's that bit, the final shot is them at the top of the Philly steps. Obviously, sort of the big kind of iconic Rocky Philly steps, and it's clever how they framed it, because like Rocky is like side by side with Creed, and he's like being pushed sort of out of frame by Creed. Like Creed's taken more of a center position, and it sort of tells the whole story of like Rocky helping him become sort of the new Rocky, if you will. It's really cool, like a really cool movie. I love Creed.
Indeed, it was very nice. So anyways, did you see Mega Man? Oh wait, no, that wasn't Megamind. That was the movie I was thinking, yeah.
I actually really like Megamind.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, a lot of people, I've not heard anyone say anything good about it, but I thought it was awesome.
Huh, how odd. I thought that was so amazing, that movie.
Yeah. Have you seen Megamind, Colin?
Sorry, what was that?
Have you seen Megamind?
No, I have not. I need to catch up.
Yeah, that's an interesting take on the superhero, because it's sort of he starts as the villain.
What?
Yeah.
Right. I'll need to check, because if it's doing something different, yeah, I'm very interested.
I mean, it's not like it's a kids
there's
animated one.
There's Superman too,
I'm
but then we actually see Lex Luthor, not Superman, in the movie. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Copper.
But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on sort of best superheroes, or like how to write the perfect superhero? Or
I find that really hard to figure out in my head, because there's like, I feel like every like superhero has a little bit of cheese to them, but that's a good thing. They're supposed to have that. Yeah, it's like what level of cheese, and the origin story is very important as well. I feel that is a huge thing when it comes to superheroes. Like, there has to be a reason. You have to get attached to that character. You know what I'm saying?
Really? I always thought that the origin story was always the worst part of every superhero movie.
I mean, if you're watching a modern day Batman movie and you've seen Batman's origin sort of story like 8, 9, 10 times, then yeah, of course that's I'm talking about a brand new superhero. You know, like they have to have like a cool ass. Look at Deadpool. Deadpool was a really good example, actually. That came out little budget. Like, when was the last Deadpool movie? We didn't have one, I don't believe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
and
did they ever make an
off.
animated one?
Maybe, I don't know, man.
No, if they did, I would want to watch that.
Yeah, same here, same here. Jeez, though.
Ooh, that's a phone.
Yeah, I can hear that too.
Sorry.
All the girls are calling for Colin.
No.
Oh no, it rhymed even. Have you seen Misfits as well?
Yeah, I like Misfits as well. I've not seen it all, but I really like. I've seen like the first few episodes, and I really like the idea of like being like superheroes with ASBOs.
What are ASBOs?
It's antisocial behaviour order. It's a British thing.
Oh, I see. Yes,
basically, you know how they're all in like that juvie sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like we give like people like them, like they get ASBOs.
Community service, yeah.
Yeah, sort of like an ASBO can lead to community service, but it's like I just really like the concept.
Oh yeah, that was great, and they had such nice British actors too.
yeah. It's a fun show. I need to watch more of it. Really, I shouldn't have stopped. I don't know why I did.
Yeah, like, especially you lucky you still got some of that to watch, because I stopped because it was cancelled, and I watched all the end of it. I think there's only 4 seasons, or is it 5 or 6? Not enough anyways, because they have short seasons. It's funny how did they have Heroes first or Misfits? I kind of feel like Misfits is a parody of Heroes in a way, but am I wrong?
Heroes was first.
I wonder if that was an inspiration why they made Misfits.
I think it would definitely. I think there would definitely been. I don't know if it was a direct inspiration, but I definitely think that the TV show writers for Misfits would have had Heroes in mind, just simply because they were writing like a TV series with heroes, and like you'd have to consider what was already out there. So I definitely think they'll have like acknowledged and sort of maybe homage / parodied some of the elements of Heroes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they have all these amazing superpowers, such as that guy who can bend milk and nothing else. Ooh. Oh,
That's
but he
a bit
does things
party.
with that. He does great things with that.
Make a good milkshake.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what he does. Did you see Misfits?
Yeah, just a little bit though.
Oh,
Just a few episodes.
oh man, they're so
I need to
real.
watch more. I need
they-
more time, man. Fuck me.
And they have superpowers, but then a lot of people had superpowers in that show. So they weren't even that special. They weren't superheroes, even if they had powers, because there were multiple people that had them.
Oh goodness.
What an interesting take.
So who is your favorite superheroes? I know Florian, you said Iron Man. I've obviously said Superman.
Oh no,
What's yours, Colin?
that was as a
God.
child.
All right,
Changed
who's
by now.
who's your favorite superheroes now then?
Well, now that you mention it, I guess Superman does sound pretty nice the way you talk about him. I did love all that Justice League stuff.
Yeah.
I used to like The Flash a lot as well because, well, before he became a series. God, I hate that series.
Teen
I've
Titans.
seen the show. I've heard very mixed things. Some people tell us it's amazing. Some people tell us it's terrible.
It's so nerdy and preachy. It's awful.
Fuck.
It's apparently the same universe as that Supergirl series as well.
Yeah, it is, and Arrow as
Supergirl.
well.
Oh god, Arrow was so dumb as well. What tragic things have befallen DC Universe.
Oh yeah, that's the like as a kid, like DC was the jam, but
Oh yeah.
I'm willing to give Marvel a go now. Really am. It's
Yeah.
weird. I don't know if I could like pinpoint because a lot of the superheroes they change as time goes past.
Well, that's
Like
the
Batman's changed so much, like in the past 15, 20 years.
thing.
So much.
Superheroes are the modern form of the Greek hero. In that
Yeah.
you get them interpreted by like hundreds of different writers, and there's always like core things are the same, but
It's like
like
the perception.
yeah, like there's always like little elements of the core are the same, but you take them in completely different directions, and it's good like that because they become malleable. You know, you can tell your own Batman story. You can tell your own. I mean, like an example of like some writer taking Batman in a completely different direction. Have you seen Gotham by Gaslight?
No, I have not.
Basically, it's
Is that the
Batman.
series?
No, it's a comic series, but it's basically
right.
Batman if Batman existed in the Victorian era.
Oh, that
shit.
sounds awesome.
Sounds awesome. Yeah, that
It's
sounds
really, really, really cool. I recommend seeking it out. It's like the costumes like really nice, and
yeah.
the art style's cool and that. But it's like like someone did a fan film as well where it was they took sort of the Gotham by Gaslight idea and had Batman tracking down Jack the Ripper, like things like that.
Oh man.
Damn.
I wonder if he would get involved in any of the revolutions at the time. I wonder what
That would
side
be
he would
interesting.
pick
That would
with
be
that.
That would be very interesting to see, actually. Like,
Yeah.
it'd be interesting because that's it. The thing is, he would take a different side depending on the writer as well.
Yeah,
and I think that's
yeah.
interesting.
Oh no, so biased by the writer, of course.
Yeah, 'cause it's always going to play in.
But I guess it makes sense because there's always this theory of all the infinite universes that Batman is in, from the old Justice League comics possibly, or a series.
There's so many
where he
versions
just-
of Batman.
Yeah, where he just met all the versions of Batman, and some of them were silly and some of them were killing, and it was brilliant. They're all different in a way.
Oh yeah. Every one of them's got their own charm. I love the old Bane.
Oh, I don't think I ever saw the old Bane. I must have missed him in that series.
in the movie.
Oh, that
Batman,
movie.
and Robin are the.
Yeah, I
Robin
think
X-Men.
yeah. One Poison Ivy and that shit was sick.
Oh,
That's
God,
one of
what
my
a bad
favorites.
film.
So cheesy.
Oh, it's
So
such
good.
cheese.
So
The bit I always remember of Batman and Robin is there's a moment where Poison Ivy like walks into a room and it's the most awkwardly delivered line of dialogue I've ever heard. She like walks into this room and she goes, "What is this floor?" And then stamps her foot through the ground. And I'm like, what the hell was that? It's so weird.
Oh, it's so realistic though. You could mess up lines in real life.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yes, we just need more bloopers left into movies, and then it would make it all more touchable, wouldn't it?
There's There's a series over here. It's not very good, but they literally do leave the bloopers in. Called Mrs. Brown's Boys. And
shit! Yeah, well, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, they just leave the bloopers in, and like they did a movie, and all the bloopers are like in the movie, and then it just cuts back and they do the scene again. It's very odd.
Oh, well, they actually show the bloopers and then they do the scene again. Wow, that's...
Yeah.
They just repeat.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly how it is. So like literally, they'll mess up a scene, and then it shows you them messing up, and all the actors breaking down laughing, and then it just cuts back and they do it again.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, if Deadpool can break the fourth wall, why not leave the bloopers in?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be brilliant in the next Deadpool.
Well, I would love to see. Like that's the thing. That's the only thing that I think really fell short in the Deadpool movie for me. He didn't do enough with the fourth wall.
Oh, I like it better that way.
Yeah, see, I would really want him to go like really over the top.
Yeah.
Like I would love him to like come up against a fight with like Dwayne Johnson, and he's just like, he looks at the guy and he's like, nah, I'm not fighting you, and then he pulls up a script, scribbles off the cast list where it says Dwayne Johnson and writes Simon Pegg instead, and then just beats up Simon Pegg because he's only a little guy. Something like that. Like I would love him to do like really crazy out there stuff with the fourth wall. Like start making cuts in the movie with his sword, stuff like that. But I mean, what we got was all right. It's what we got was fine, because you know it's an enjoyable movie. I just wish they'd gone a bit more Deadpool-y with it.
Yeah.
I like the part where he breaks his arm and then he keeps going.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a real fun scene. And then he punches him and breaks his other arm as well.
It just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's amazing. What a movie. When are they making the second one of that anyways?
I have no idea.
Well, it was in production, but then apparently Tim Miller, I want to say, who was the director of it, and he was the director of the first one. I might have got his name wrong, but I think it was Tim Miller. And Tim Miller and Ryan Reynolds had creative differences, so Tim Miller's left the project and they're having to find a new director.
Oh, well, that could be a problem. But then
it's still happening, because Deadpool, the first movie, was so profitable. It'd be like idiocy for them not to. Like, they really, really have got a cash cow. And it was quite a critical darling as well. Of like, they've got no reason not to make it. But it's just obviously going to slow down production a little bit.
Depends, I guess, how well he left it behind.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything just ready for the next one to take over, but I guess he probably wouldn't, huh? How would it be to make a movie?
That'd be cool. Make a movie within a game. GG.
That's basically what Hideo Kojima does every single time he makes a game.
So beautiful.
Oh, or like in GTA 5, where you could just watch the TV.
GTA 5 was amazing as well, yeah. Yeah, me and my brother just sat watching the TV one time for like a whole hour.
Oh, really? That actually works. I thought it would loop after 5 minutes.
I mean, it does loop eventually, but you literally get like an hour worth of content in it. And if you're online, it's different types of TV shows on. Like there's new episodes they updated. It's just fucked
oh my
up,
god.
man. Yeah, it's really good. Really good. Also, just in case people aren't aware, if you play GTA 5 at Christmas, the map's all snowy online.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really good fun, yeah.
Oh,
it's only one day, man. It's just a shame all that effort put into like snow physics.
Yeah, you'd think they'd just put it like for all of December.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe as an option. I don't
you
usually
can
like
mod
snow.
It, but yeah, it's fucked up. It's good fun.
Do you get any snow this winter?
None at all. None.
We didn't get any either in Newcastle.
Oh, there's so much snow right now.
Oh.
What, right now? You're getting snow right now?
Well, it's on the ground, but yeah.
That's crazy, man.
There wasn't anything for the longest while, but then in this time it just started everywhere. Just 2 weeks ago, I guess. Gotten so cold, and I almost started to believe in global warming.
Yeah.
What a fool I could have been.
Pop Alex Jones. Turned the damn frogs gay.
I wonder if Superman should do something about global warming.
Yeah, he should probably sort that out.
But how would he do it?
Yeah,
would
well,
he
and depending on
back?
depending on the yeah, I know it's ridiculous. Depending on which interpretation, though, he's got ice breath.
Oh yeah, I guess that will come in handy. Just freeze up everything. But then again, where would he start? Would he just blow it from space?
Who knows? Who knows? These are the issues that plague us at night, Florian.
Oh yeah, or maybe he has to travel back in time and inspire Alan Gore to make that movie, and that's how it happened. But it didn't work. Or did it?
But yeah, I'll tell you what other superhero I like, actually. I really like Spider-Man, but the thing I like about Spider-Man more than anything is that he's like, Batman's like super rich and super equipped, and Tony Stark's super rich and super equipped, and Captain America is like super buff, and like he's got like all this government backing and stuff. Like Peter Parker's just kind of poor student.
He delivers
like,
pizzas.
Yeah, I relate to that on like worrying about the level.
If only there was any way that he could monetize his abilities. He should have just remained a wrestler. That would have been the best choice.
Yeah, he would have been a killing wrestler, fighting the Macho Man Randy Savage.
He wouldn't even have to reveal his identity. He could just come in as Spider-Man and fight as Spider-Man.
Well, that's literally what a lot of wrestlers do. A lot of people in the lucha scene, nobody knows who they are still.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it'd probably be a little more challenging considering he's the real Spider-Man and some people might not like to fight against him, but I think it'd be great.
Yeah. You could probably work in UFC as well. You'd only have to fight like once every 3 months to get like a massive payday.
Perfect.
Huge payday.
We probably had to be there for promos or whatever.
Yeah, this is true.
No time
I'd like to see Conor McGregor like put out a press release about how he's going to batter Spider-Man. That'd be fun.
But it wouldn't work because crime would run rampant every time he has a match.
Everybody like, let's rob the stores. No one here to stop us.
Perfect. How too bad. It would have been the perfect plan otherwise.
Oh, it would have been.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to go now, regrettably.
Oh, yes. Good appetite.
Great.
Yeah, no, I've thoroughly enjoyed this. Always good time.
Sweet.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed this. Nice one.
Excited to see how the game develops, especially after hearing you talk so ambitiously in this podcast.
Oh God! So now I'm just gonna be just like the No Man's Sky guy, and people will call me out for not implementing all these ideas now.
Fucking Sean,
not that bad, but yeah, if you take any of my suggestions on the board, I'd be genuinely honoured to see them.
Yeah,
fruition.
Really good suggestions though. Like honestly, I quite liked a lot of them.
That's exciting to hear. I'm really, really excited to see how it shapes up.
Oh hell yeah!
Sweet.
Great.
All right. Goodbye. Subscribe for more and check out his channel and mine. And goodbye.